Plan Japan. Logical routes, realistic budgets, zero guesswork. Before you land in Japan, there are a few things worth knowing, and a few things that will catch you out if you don't. This video walks through everything on PlanJapan's Japan info page, from phrases to transport cards to what to do when there are no bins anywhere. So here's the Japan info page. You can get to it from the header on any page. It covers everything you need before your trip and during your stay. 16 sections in total, grouped by topic. There's a sticky nav on the left that tracks where you are as you scroll, and on mobile it collapses into a bar at the top of the screen. Let's go through it. The first section is Japanese phrases. A quick note at the top on pronunciation. Japanese vowels are flat and consistent, and each syllable gets even stress. Worth reading before you try anything out loud. Then the 4 phrases you'll actually use. Welcome, thank you, excuse me, and where's the toilet? Each one has a play button so you can hear the pronunciation. Let me click the one for arigatou gozaimasu.
ありがとうございます。
The rest of the phrases have audio too. Convenience store questions, restaurant ordering, numbers, and counters. The convenience store section is the most useful. Staff will ask you 4 questions almost every time you visit. Whether you have a point card, whether you want a bag, whether you want your bento heated, and whether you want a receipt. The table shows what they'll say in Japanese and exactly how to reply, with audio for both yes and no. The restaurant section covers how to say your party size when you walk in, and the ordering pattern, item, then quantity, then onegai shimasu. Next is SIM card and airlines, which you'll need to sort before you leave. For SIM, check whether your phone supports eSIM and whether it's unlocked before you travel. If it does, Aralo and Sakura Mobile are reliable options you can set up before you board. If not, pick up a physical SIM at the airport on arrival. The section covers data only versus voice plans, coverage by network, and what to look for depending on your trip length. For airlines, ANA and JAL for international, and a full breakdown of domestic options including Peach and Jetstar for budget, and Skymark, Airdo, Solacid, and Starflyer for mid-tier. There's also a note on Narita versus Haneda. Budget carriers often fly from Narita, which costs more to reach from central Tokyo. Worth factoring in when you compare prices. Getting around covers Shinkansen, IC card, and luggage. Shinkansen, the key tip most people miss is that you always need to buy 2 things. A basic fare and a limited express ticket. The machine combines them or gives you 2 separate tickets. Either way, feed both into the gate. The table shows the difference between Nozomi, Hikari, and Kodama. Nozomi is the fastest, but requires a supplementary ticket on top of the JR pass. Book reserved seats up to a month ahead. Popular routes sell out fast during cherry blossom season and golden week. IC card, Suica, Pasmo, and Icoca all work on the same national network, so just get whichever is available at the airport where you land. iPhone users can add Suica to Apple Wallet before they leave. Enable Express Transit so you don't need Face ID at the gates. Android users with international phones need a physical card. Your IC card works on trains, buses, convenience stores, vending machines, and some taxis, but not on Shinkansen. Luggage station lockers run from 300 yen to 1,000 yen depending on size, and are priced per calendar day, not per 24 hours. Large lockers fill up fast at busy stations during peak periods. If they're full, Ikibo Cloak is an app that lets you leave bags at nearby shops and cafes. And if you're on Shinkansen with bags over 160 centimeters total dimensions, reserve an oversized luggage space in advance. There's a 1,000 yen surcharge on board if you don't. Cash and card, Wise and Revolut, generally offer better exchange rates than standard bank cards, but check against your own bank before you go. Cash is still needed for topping up your IC card and at markets. 7-Eleven. ATMs reliably accept foreign cards. If the ATM asks whether to charge in your home currency or in yen, always choose yen. Where to stay covers accommodation types and neighborhoods across Tokyo, Osaka, Kyoto, and Sapporo. Each area links to Google Maps. For Tokyo, the guide explains the Yamanote line, a circular loop connecting all major city centers. So anywhere on it works as a base if your first choice is full or too expensive. For Kyoto, Gion and Higashiyama, book out earliest, reserve early if that's where you want to stay. When to go covers both the best times and the times to avoid. Cherry blossom peaks late March to early April. Bloom lasts only 5 to 7 days and accommodation books out months ahead. Autumn leaves peak late November in Tokyo and mid-December in Kyoto. Golden Week runs late April to the first week of May. Accommodation prices spike and trains fill fast. Rainy season runs early June to mid-July, and typhoon risk is highest in August and September. Attractions covers the major theme parks and bookable experiences. All of them require advanced booking. Some, like the Ghibli Museum and Disneyland, sell out within minutes of tickets going on sale. Each attraction links to its official site, and the location column links to Google Maps. Shops and food covers convenience stores, food chains worth knowing, shopping, and drugstores. Don Quixote is the one to know for almost everything. Matsumoto Kiyoshi and Welcha for skincare and medicine. For food chains, Ichiran uses a ticket vending machine at the entrance, then you eat at solo booths. Sushiro and Hamasushi for conveyor belt sushi. Yoshinoya and Matsuya for fast Japanese set meals open early enough for breakfast. The final group is Etiquette, tipping, shoes, onsen, toilets, and trash. Tipping, don't. It's not expected anywhere in Japan. Shoes, remove them at ryokan, some traditional restaurants, and some temple areas. The indicator is a step up at the entrance. Wear shoes you can slip on and off easily. Onsen, wash at the shower stations before entering. No swimwear in traditional onsen. Check tattoo policies before you visit. Roughly half still ban them, though private baths are always an option. Toilets, Japanese toilets have multiple functions. The section has a full symbol table so you know what each button does. The flush is sometimes on the wall panel, sometimes on the cistern. Occasionally, a sensor, look for loose su if you can't find it. Trash. Public bins are rare outside convenience stores and train stations. Carry a small bag for rubbish. You can bin things at convenience stores, near vending machines, and at your accommodation. That's everything on the Japan info page. It's free to use at planjapan.ae app/Japan-info. Link in the description. For day-by-day itineraries with budget breakdowns, those videos are up on the channel. Thanks for watching.